Yo, what's up? I feel like at this point, social media is just such a big part of our lives that there are probably people out there that can name more TikTok dances than they can, like, US states. And I'm not saying this is necessarily, like, a bad thing, but I mean, like, what I am saying is that social media is, like, here to stay. But I was thinking to myself, we only know, like, the super famous, popular, mainstream social media apps such as, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, until it, burns to the ground. And then even the ones that we don't use anymore, Facebook, Tumblr, MySpace, like, even if we don't use them, we still know them just because they're the apps that created everything that we pretty much have today. And I was just in the mood to step out of my comfort zone, step out of what I know, what I've been familiar with for the past, 10 years that I've been on social media, probably more than that, honestly. So that's why I set out on a mission to find social media apps that I assume nobody has really heard of before, including myself. My criteria for this was simple. I was looking for apps on the App Store that had less than 10,000 ratings. In the grand scheme of things, having 10k ratings is like so goddamn small compared to these apps that have millions and millions of ratings. So I think it's safe to assume that these apps have just a much smaller user base, compared to these fucking media giants. So after some searching, I picked out 3 social media apps to sign up for, and going forward, I will be just giving my honest opinion on them. I'll be giving them a rating out of 10, 1 being pointless, I wouldn't use it even if you paid me, and 10 being this app is amazing, it covers everything that I want in a social media, and I would actually use it on my free time. Welcome to me signing up for social media apps that you have never heard of. The first app that I signed up for was Hive Social. At the time of recording, it has 337 ratings, it has 3.8 stars, so not awesome, but it could be a lot worse for an app of this size. Right off the bat, when I signed up for Hive Social, I needed to verify my email, as is with any social media app that you give your personal information to. And I'm not gonna say that the verification email made me feel uncomfortable, but I was absolutely getting kind of a scammy identity theft like vibe from this, if you know what I'm talking about. Moving forward, I needed to give my birthday, and considering I'm going undercover, I decided to not give my real birthday, but to give one that's just as believable. People say that I already have the personality of a 72-year-old man, so I just figured that should work. When tasked to pick 3 interests, I obviously chose anime, memes, and wholesome. Not exactly sure if you can say wholesome is one of my interests, as that sentence makes no fucking sense, but for the sake of the video, I'm gonna roll with it. Right off the bat, I'm confused and overwhelmed, kind of. What is this? I suppose I did choose anime and memes as the only form of content to show up in my feed, but who are these people? Oh, thank God they have an astrology tab. They know me so well already. If I could compare this app to anything, it would be a weird mix of Tumblr, MySpace, and Pinterest with a little bit of iFunny in it. There's most definitely some type of shit posting going on, but there's also a large amount of people who are just posting pictures of themselves as they would on Instagram or any other photo sharing app. The tabs at the bottom of the screen sort of confuse me as well. The first tab, which I'm assuming would be my feed for people who follow me, just tells me that I need to start exploring, and once I click on that, it immediately moves me out of that tab into the next one. I made my first post, and I'm pretty proud of it. The next tab, you got your notifications, which of course I have none, and lastly your profile, which just looks so good when you first make an account. It doesn't look super bland and gray and shit. Overall, I would give Hive Social a 7 out of 10. It brings some classic social media ideas together into one. That can also just be misconstrued as just stealing ideas and stuff and, creating a Frankenstein's monster of an app. I don't mind this app that much. It's not necessarily a bad app, but as I said, I think it does just take a lot of ideas from apps that already exist, so most likely I'm already using those apps, and there's really no need for me to be using this, but like I said, not a bad app. Moving on to the next app, Pipeline by WeedTube. And let's just say that this is a social media strictly for people who smoke weed. As we move forward, I suppose I should tell a little story about the time that I accidentally smoked an entire bowl of hashish, thinking that it was regular weed, when I was 16 years old, thus ruining weed forever. I think I was a freshman in high school, and I essentially just trusted my buddy to pack us a bowl of regular weed so that, we could get high. I figure I should mention that we were just in the middle of a random cornfield at the time, and my buddy, who I guess was trying to fucking kill me, packed a bowl of straight hashish, and if you don't know that, it's just like basically super condensed, like straight THC. Like, at least like that's what I remember it being. I don't know, I could have permanent brain damage from this. To make a just such a long story short, we got lost in that cornfield for an hour straight. It wasn't even that big of a cornfield, it was just that our puny, underdeveloped brains absolutely could not handle whatever the fuck was happening. So in short, I don't smoke weed anymore. But I'm interested to see what goes on within a social media completely centered around people smoking weed. When signing up for my account, I was prompted to make a username, and well, if you look at my username, it most definitely can be misconstrued as something that has to do with weed that might be illegal in a lot of places. So I very much expected this to already be taken, but nope. Somehow the username dealer was free on an app that's made specifically for weed, and boy oh boy, you know I took that shit. For good measure, I'm gonna make my age 72 again just to keep things consistent. The verification email once again seemed like a little suspect. However, I felt a little more safe knowing that this was sent directly from the weed team. So you know, my personal information is in good hands. Right off the bat, I was just greeted with this extremely loud video playing.
Who said LED can't grow big buds?
But yeah, if I could describe the content on your initial feed, it's information like regarding weed memes, and that is basically it. I switched over to the community tab, and this is where the good vibes really started to partake. Mikey Cannabis Meets World posted, anyone ever come across some purple bud that smells like burnt oils? I would not smoke that shit if I were you, my guy. Tree McG posted, morning, a little tea, tunes on the radio, and a morning smoke to get me going. How is everyone doing this Sunday? So, immaculate vibes. Good on you, brother. Custom Farms 83 posted this awesome picture that says, good morning from Custom Farms 83 with some dank kush in the background, and it was liked by highly medicated curls. If you move over to the video tab, you're immediately hit with what seems to be like YouTube thumbnails, and these can teach like an entire spectrum of information. Like this one, CBD versus CBG versus CBN versus CBC. I have no fucking idea what this is all about, but go off. How many hits are in an eighth? If I had to guess, this person just smokes an entire eighth to the fucking dome, in which I can genuinely only respect. And this is my favorite educational video. How to sell weed. I guess now I know why this app is under the entertainment and education section of the App Store.
Who said LED can't grow big buds?
Overall, I'd give Pipeline a 9 out of 10. This app is a fucking trip to scroll through, but it does have immaculate vibes, and I fucking love it. Alright, a little backstory on this last app. I wanted to sign up for Donald Trump's Truth app, however, I heard that it had like a crazy waitlist, and it's also just an app that is extremely popular and people have heard of, so I kind of counted that out immediately. But we got the next best thing, baby. Second first. Truth, News, and Social, baby. Kind of just a fucking complete ripoff of Donald Trump's Truth app, but that's fine. If I had to guess, this is going to be an extremely similar experience. This app is a self-described uncensored social network, which like, just say you're racist. Right off the bat, you are hit with this huge subscription page, which like, dude, I haven't even like been on the app for more than 1 second and you already want my money? So I respectfully declined this. This is just an update. I originally screen recorded this at 10:41 in the morning, and I know some people just start their day off with like a cup of coffee, but me, I start with the truth, baby. Anyways, I checked back at 1:06 in the afternoon and realized that every time you open this fucking app, you're greeted with this screen. But now that I'm coming back and it's not my first time on the app, it's actually showing me how much the subscription fee is. And it's $5 a week. That is $20 a month, dude. Like, bruh, ain't no one paying for 20 bucks a month for this shit. Anyways, back to me. On the create an account screen, I saw that it said, we have zero tolerance for abusive users or objectionable content. Users found to violate our policies will be banned. And I thought this was an uncensored social network, so thanks for that, Biden. They then asked me to verify my phone number, which I said, hell no. They then asked me to find my friends, and I once again said, hell no. I am sorry, but my friends and family cannot know that I'm on this app. Now, this app is exactly what you would expect. People who have certain beliefs and a certain hatred for those who disagree or are different from them, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. I also just wanted to point out this like looks like Facebook. I think, am I wrong? Like this format of posting something with a colorful background was like completely taken from Facebook. But I'm gonna be completely honest and just say that these posts are some of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, what is this? Not only were these posts extremely predictable, but like, look at this guy. Of course this dude has an account on this app. I love it. I fucking love it so much. Like, some of these posts like look like literal shit posts or like something an 8th grader would make on like a Microsoft PowerPoint. I do like how all the tabs at the bottom of the screen have like massive text under them, which I can only assume is for the extremely elderly population on this app, just so that they know where to click. Most of the tabs that you have access to, you actually have to pay to use, which just makes it so fucking funny that all these people who are like posting on this app are paying $20 a month for this. Like, for me, my mission was to find niche apps that no one really uses. Like, these people can just go to the fucking like the Truth app. Like, that is fucking crazy that this isn't even an app that's owned by Donald Trump, yet they're still giving their money to them. Anyways, I made my way over to the groups tab and realized that I was automatically put into a group named Welcome Room. In here is basically just a bunch of people who like just downloaded the app, and let's just say that there are already some awesome conversations happening. So I just decided to throw something in there just to introduce myself. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be that many people using it, so I doubt anyone saw it. But overall, I would give Second First a 4 out of 10. It was exactly what I expected, and I don't necessarily subscribe to the ideas that literally any of these fucking people have. I may portray myself as a 72-year-old, but not like that. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this video. If you made it this far, I seriously appreciate it. This is my first time kind of doing a more scripted video, a video that I sort of planned out and stuff, and I had a lot of fun doing this. So if you want to see a part 2 or something like that, please let me know. Be sure to hit the subscribe, be sure to hit the like, be sure to comment something silly, and yeah, that's gonna do it. Have a good day.